Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new, welcome to the channel. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Alright. What it looks like right now is that you're kind of in an adjustment period, or there's something that's sort of culminating or something that's in the process of happening. It seems like the challenge for you is kind of to let this process complete itself without getting in the way of the inner workings of things. It looks like this is also associated with like a new beginning, or you doing something new or trying something new or being in a new place, or maybe just something that you don't feel completely accustomed to, familiar with. Sounds about right. We're starting off with the Hierophant here, and the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. You may feel like your spirit guides are really coming through with a particular situation, or spirit guides, whatever this force is that you believe in, whatever you label it as, can be your higher self or spirit, but whatever this higher belief is that you have, you may feel like something really came through for you, and now you have a sense of insight / clarity that you needed. I get the feeling of something giving back, almost, you may feel. Whatever insight this is that you have now, what I get is this sense of maybe you had been in a situation where for some reason you had been feeling, you know, sometimes we put ourselves in situations and it's like, I feel like I can't do better in a situation, or I feel like I'm stuck here. Maybe this is like some karmic debt that I'm working out. It seems like you've been freed of something now, where before you felt like there was a duty or a responsibility, but maybe not a situation. I don't know. I get this feeling of being liberated here. And whatever this conclusion is that you've gotten to now, where something feels like it's been balanced out or maybe fair now, there is a conversation or a decision that's going to be made that's connected with this. Like, you may need to take this, you take this truth or this insight that you have now, and there's something that needs to be said about that. So you have that clarity that you had been seeking. Something deeply is resonating with you. And so you may be carrying that out now through your voice. Some of you are having an argument with somebody close to you, or you feel like, this is going to stir up somebody. Somebody that you work closely with, or you have a close dynamic with this person. Something may be coming to an end now. There can also be a disagreement about belief systems, values. One's inner authority even. Yeah, I'm seeing there be definitely tension between you and someone. This is like things do not feel peaceful right now, and it's starting to become overburdening at this point. Like, there's just so much aggravated energy that's going into something where it does not feel peaceful. It's kind of like just adding and adding and adding fuel to the fire, but there's like nowhere for it to go. There's no way to like divert it elsewhere, and something just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This is what I'm seeing. And you may feel like it's come to a point now where You may have been given too much responsibility. You also may feel like it's your responsibility now to do something about something that maybe feels like it's gotten out of hand. But maybe you hadn't been seeing it like that before. Yeah. You don't want to live with this tension anymore, and it looks like you have an out where you're realizing, I don't have to. This is moving on. Whatever this is that you've been feeling so stressed out about, that has to do with you and somebody or something or a place that you are close with, tight with, something like that, where there's been a lot of tension and like a lack of resolve. You're not moving away from that, but you're gonna have to say something. There may be stress that's associated with you having this conversation, but you need to say something about it. That's what this comes down to. It's like nothing's gonna happen unless you bring it up. So this is like a conversation, an announcement, informing somebody of something, because you have this feeling within you now where you're like, I know what I need to do here within this situation. And now it's just a matter of actually doing that, of calling that out, of saying it, of having that conversation. And you're going to be moving on and feeling much more peaceful about this whole situation. Problem solved is what I'm hearing. I'm looking at the strength card on the bottom of the deck. This may not be a necessarily easy thing for you to do, to say what needs to be said. Let's talk about this. The energy of the King of the energy of the King of Swords. Focus on using your throat chakra, initiating something. So this is not the point where it's like, let me hear this other person out. This is like you've considered all of the things that need to be done. Now it's about you initiating what needs to be done here. Okay? So this means you asserting whatever truth this is that you have to share. You speaking your mind, you being straightforward. This is not about beating around the bush. This is about you being very, very direct and transparent and just treating this very business-like. That's the deal with this. It's just being articulate, saying only what needs to be said, but getting to the point and sticking there and not changing course either. This means you're not going to be affected by somebody's feedback. If it were the Queen of Swords, it would be like, oh, maybe I need to consider what you're saying and then maybe I'll change or whatever. That's not what this is about. This is about like having this sense of constitution here, because you know in your heart what's going on. You know, like mentally, spiritually, psychologically what it is, and it just needs to be said now. There's no more negotiating anymore, and that's the point of this energy, okay? But yeah, you may have been feeling there was some reason that you were staying in this situation, and I'm getting it has to do with like either your connection with spirit or your belief system that was having you feel like you needed to stick something out, but something was actually not sitting well with you, okay? And you also felt like something was like out of balance, or you were being undervalued in a situation as well. But yeah, it's like your belief system could have been telling you one thing, or like let's just say your belief system, how you were feeling about towards yourself and what you needed to do, what even you were obligated to do within a situation. However, still, it's kind of like you may have set these particular rules for yourself, like this is what's being expected of me in this situation, like holding yourself to a particular standard, but it's like something wasn't sitting well with you. Something within like your spirit even felt unsettled. And I'm seeing it has to do with like not feeling like there was maybe necessarily a fair give and take between you and someone, and then that coming to light, like, oh, it's okay now for me to admit, like, I've been really stressing out about this, and also stressing out about the fact that, like, you know the truth now. It's just a matter of, again, saying what needs to be said, being to the point. But what I'm seeing is that this is going to really change things for you, where there's going to be a lot more peace now that you are cultivating into your life after you step up and do what this is that needs to be done, okay? And again, like, to have the strength card on the bottom of the deck, this may not necessarily be an easy thing for you to do. However, it's something that you're capable of. This is going to lead to a new beginning for you, and maybe something that you've really been going back and forth on and considering, but now it looks like you're going to take that jump. You also may be having like a lot of doubts about it, but it's going to be okay. this is about just stepping up and making the decision that needs to be made, which you know what that answer is now, okay? I'm looking at Taurus and Gemini. I was also seeing Leo here too. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. I saw 9:59 on the time when I looked up. I would like to thank everybody for joining. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.